Have you ever wondered if the change jingling in your pocket could actually be worth millions? Welcome to the channel that uncovers hidden treasures in plain sight, and today's story might just change the way you see coins forever, because we're diving deep into the astonishing world of the 1983 USA $quarter coin, a piece of American currency that carries not just historical significance but also a shocking estimated value of $57 million due to its rare errors, minting anomalies, and a fascinating backstory that makes collectors and historians alike lose their minds over its elusive charm. So buckle up as we take a wild ride through the mysterious tale of this seemingly ordinary coin that has become one of the most talked about, sought after, and misunderstood treasures in modern numismatic history, because unlike most quarters that pass through countless hands without a second glance, the 1983 D quarter has built a reputation based on whispers of minting mistakes, design inconsistencies, production flaws, and scarcity that have fueled its rise from 25 cents to a piece of metal now believed to be worth tens of millions, and it all starts with the unique historical context of 1983, a year when the U.S. Mint was transitioning through technical changes and budget constraints that made quality control highly variable, particularly at the Denver Mint where the D Mint mark signified not just location but potentially catastrophic errors and unintentional rarities, because while other years of coinage have had their fair share of mistakes, what makes the 1983 D quarter especially valuable is the combination of a few surviving specimens that exhibit multiple layered minting errors, like doubled dies, off-center strikes, clipped planchets, and the ever-elusive transitional planchet errors where coins were struck on the wrong metal blanks, possibly leftover from previous years or mistakenly fed into the presses, which is no small detail considering the U.S. Mint had just shifted to using copper-nickel-clad compositions in prior years, and any misstep in feeding or alloying could yield an ultra-rare error coin that collectors would kill to get their hands on, and that's exactly what's believed to have happened in the case of this mysterious quarter, especially given reports of 1983 D quarters found on copper planchets intended for pennies or struck with uncirculated proof dies, leading to ultra-sharp detail unmatched by standard circulation pieces and further boosting their allure and market demand. And then there's the infamous no mint set detail that throws another twist into the mystery, because unlike most years, 1983 quarters were never released in U.S. Mint sets due to federal cost-cutting measures, meaning that the only way to get your hands on a 1983 D quarter is from circulated examples, and that has left very few coins in high-grade condition. So any pristine examples showing full details, clean edges, or striking anomalies are already considered valuable, and when you throw in mint errors like die cracks, ghosting, or doubling in the letters or numbers, you're looking at a potential jackpot that goes beyond collector enthusiasm and enters the realm of historic artifacts, especially when you realize that only a handful of these coins have ever surfaced with the kinds of traits that make them stand out in elite auctions and private collections, and those few that have appeared, graded by major certification bodies like PCGS or NGC, have shattered expectations, sometimes fetching 6 to 7 figures in niche auctions and specialty sales, with experts claiming the theoretical value could reach as high as $57 million for a single perfect error coin with multiple anomalies, making it not just a collector's dream but a cultural legend in the coin collecting world. And what amplifies the story even more is the grassroots nature of its discovery, with some of the rarest examples being found in everyday circulation by unsuspecting individuals who had no idea they were holding history in their hands, sparking viral news stories, online frenzy, YouTube videos, Reddit forums, TikTok treasure hunts, and endless speculation about where other copies might be hiding. And this modern myth only grows with time, as new coin hunters dig deeper into their jars, drawers, and pockets hoping to find the next $1 million quarter, and that's not even counting the confusion created by counterfeits, replicas, and polished fakes that try to ride the coattails of the real deal, further enhancing the value and rarity of authenticated specimens that show genuine mint-originated mistakes like die breaks, reverse lamination, misaligned dies, rotated dies, and even planchet composition errors where weight and metal content don't match standard 1983 specifications. And once authenticated, these kinds of mistakes are considered unicorns in the coin world, increasing the value exponentially and driving a collector market that is already booming thanks to digital marketplaces, viral videos, and a surge in millennial and Gen Z interest in alternative investments like collectible coins, especially ones with the kind of story, mystery, and confirmed value that the 1983 D quarter represents. And it's also worth noting that the Denver Mint has long been associated with quality control issues in the early 80s due to machinery transitions, staffing cuts, and rushed production targets. all of which laid the groundwork for once-in-a-lifetime mint errors to slip through the cracks, literally and figuratively, and make their way into public hands. And to this day, treasure hunters, collectors, and historians continue to speculate about how many of these gems still exist, hidden in forgotten change jars, old cash registers, dusty coin rolls, or somewhere in the depths of private collections unaware of what they truly possess. And every now and then, a new discovery reignites the frenzy, such as a lightly circulated quarter showing dual strike features or ghost lettering under magnification, or a planchet anomaly that defies current explanations and earns headlines and attention from numismatic experts worldwide. And the more time passes, the more valuable these pieces become, not just for their metal content but for their place in American history, representing a blend of governmental oversight, accidental brilliance, and modern-day legend. And while the average person may overlook such a coin, those in the know understand that the 1983 D quarter is not just currency, it's a symbol of serendipity, a golden ticket wrapped in nickel and copper, a forgotten relic that transformed into a cultural and financial phenomenon. And that's why we always say never underestimate the power of pocket change, because one lucky coin could change your life forever. And if you're still with us through this incredible journey into the past and the pulse-pounding mystery of the 1983 D quarter dollar, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel for more coin secrets and hidden history, and hit the bell icon so you never miss the next $1 million mystery hiding right under your nose. Next. Today we are taking you deep into the fascinating and mind-blowing journey of a seemingly ordinary coin that could actually be worth a life-changing amount of money, because the 1992 P quarter dollar coin, yes, the 25-cent piece you might have seen thousands of times, is at the heart of one of the most shocking stories in modern numismatics due to its extraordinary minting errors, mysterious history, and collector demand that has elevated its rumored value to an astounding $36 million, a number so staggering for a coin of such small face value that it instantly draws curiosity, disbelief, and intense fascination from historians, collectors, treasure hunters, and everyday people alike. And if you think that sounds too wild to be true, then sit back and prepare to be amazed as we dive into the intricate web of how this coin went from pocket change to legendary status, starting with the context of 1992 itself, a year that seemed like any other in terms of mint operations but was quietly undergoing subtle transitions that created the perfect storm for rare mistakes to occur at the Philadelphia Mint, where the P mint mark was used and quality control was being challenged by high minting volumes and equipment wear and tear, which may sound routine, but in the world of coin collecting even the smallest deviation from normal production can make a coin go from worthless to priceless. And what's even more astounding is that multiple versions of the 1992 P quarter have been reported, showing anomalies so rare that experts believe only a handful might exist, including misaligned dies, rotated dies, off-center strikes, die clashes, double dies both on the obverse and reverse, and transitional planchet errors where the wrong metal was used to strike the coin, possibly due to leftover blanks from earlier years or proof coin planchets accidentally used during regular circulation runs. And that opens up a whole world of possibilities, because a coin struck with proof dies on a circulation blank or vice versa creates a numismatic hybrid so rare it becomes the holy grail for collectors, especially when preserved in high-grade conditions. And with the US Mint not officially releasing any mint sets that year containing special error strikes of this kind, most of the few known 1992 P error quarters were discovered in circulation or by chance, adding to their allure and mystique. And as more coin enthusiasts began to report unusual 1992 quarters with strange doubling in the word liberty or in God we trust, or with reverse lettering appearing distorted, tilted, or ghosted, speculation intensified that something extremely unusual had occurred during that year's production process in Philadelphia. And let's not forget the impact of machine doubling, which, although more common than true double dies, still raises the coin's value significantly when paired with other errors such as edge anomalies, improper alloy mixing that causes color variation, or die deterioration leading to raised ridges or crater-like surfaces which, although unattractive to the untrained eye, are actually major indicators of limited and flawed production runs. And all of these small but crucial details start to paint a picture of the 1992 P quarter as a coin full of hidden surprises. And when you combine that with confirmed discoveries of specimens with clipped planchets, where a coin is struck on an incomplete metal blank leading to a missing section, or blockage errors, where the image of one side of the coin is imprinted in reverse due to a previously struck coin sticking to the die, you start to see how the single year and mint mark created a breeding ground for accidental rarities. And what elevates these errors into the realm of multi-million-dollar value is not just their occurrence but their scarcity. Because error coins are only valuable when they are both rare and dramatic enough to attract intense collector interest, and in the case of the 1992 p. quarter, those conditions are more than satisfied, particularly as only a few authenticated examples exist with full confirmation of double dies, transitional planchets, or dramatic strike-through errors where foreign objects became embedded in the coin during minting, such as cloth fibers, metal shavings, or grease, all of which create unique, one-of-a-kind pieces that no other coin can replicate, and that uniqueness is what drives the market for rare coins, especially when third-party grading services like PCGS or NGC step in to verify the authenticity of these errors and assign them a mint state or specimen grade, which can catapult a coin's value into 5, 6, or even 7 figures depending on the error's type, visibility, and the coin's preservation condition. And what really fuels the mystique of the 1992 p quarter is that the public has only scratched the surface of what may still be out there, as millions of these coins were minted and only a few have been closely examined for errors, leaving open the possibility that more high-value specimens could still be hiding in circulation, tucked inside old coin jars, or stashed away in forgotten collections, just waiting to be discovered, and that's why coin experts continue to stress the importance of checking your change and closely examining even the most mundane coins, because the next person to spot a double die, an off-metal strike, or a wildly misaligned image on a 1992 p quarter could be uncovering a piece worth millions. And when you look at recent auction results where other error coins from similar years and conditions have sold for tens or hundreds of thousands of dollars, it's easy to see how a perfect storm of rare errors and historical uniqueness could give rise to a $36 million valuation for the right 1992 p quarter, especially when found in pristine condition with multiple layered errors verified by professional graders. And just imagine being the one to find it, the thrill of realizing that an object designed to buy a gumball might actually buy a mansion. And it's that element of surprise, of mystery, and of unexpected fortune that keeps the coin community obsessed with error coins like this one, fueling forums, YouTube channels, TikTok videos, and endless discussions about the telltale signs to look for, and to this day collectors trade photos, theories, and updates on new discoveries related to the 1992 p quarter, some claiming to have found variants that display combinations of errors never before seen, while others search tirelessly through rolls and rolls of quarters in hopes of spotting a glimmer of history in their hands, and even coin dealers are starting to pay extra attention to this year, offering higher than face value buy prices for even potential candidates that show the slightest hint of error, further driving up the hype and competition around this unique numismatic mystery. And all of this feeds back into the ever-growing legend of the 1992 p quarter dollar coin, a humble piece of change with a face value of just 25 cents that has now captured global attention as a potential multi-million-dollar artifact of minting history. And while skeptics may question the value, the market speaks for itself, because serious collectors with deep pockets are willing to pay astronomical sums for verified error coins from specific years and mint marks that meet the trifecta of rarity, condition, and demand, and with only a handful of true examples surfacing so far, each new discovery adds fuel to the fire and drives up interest in the rest of the population of 1992 p quarters, possibly hiding in plain sight. And so if you've ever dismissed coin collecting as just a hobby for history buffs, think again, because this is the perfect example of how knowledge, patience, and a sharp eye can turn a regular day into the biggest payday of your life. And that is why the 1992 p quarter stands today not just as a coin but as a symbol of unexpected fortune and hidden potential, a legend that continues to inspire millions of people to look a little closer at the coins they carry every day. And if you've enjoyed this incredible deep dive into the mystery, rarity, and multi-million-dollar value of the 1992 p quarter dollar coin, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for more jaw-dropping stories of hidden wealth and collectible history, and hit the bell icon so you never miss another chance to discover the treasure that could be hiding right in your pocket. Last, today we have an absolutely mind-blowing story that might just send you running to check your coin jars, piggy banks, and pockets, because what if we told you that a humble 1990 quarter dollar coin, a simple piece of US currency worth just 25 cents on its face, could actually be worth an astounding $29 million due to an extremely rare combination of mint errors, striking mistakes, and numismatic anomalies that together have turned this Denver minted coin into one of the most talked about and sought-after hidden gems in the world of collectible coins. And if you think that's unbelievable, then buckle up, because we're diving into over 7,000 words of detailed, in-depth, high-stakes investigation into how this seemingly ordinary coin rose to mythical status, capturing the fascination of coin collectors, historians, treasure hunters, and everyday people across the world, all eager to understand the legend behind the 1990 D-quarter and the once-in-a-lifetime circumstances that made it so valuable, starting with the historical context of coin production in 1990 at the Denver Mint, which was operating under extreme pressure to meet high production quotas during a time of increasing mechanical wear and inconsistent quality control measures, leading to a perfect storm of conditions for errors to occur, and among these errors, some coins emerged showing signs of severe planchet flaws, such as being struck on wrong metal blanks possibly left over from foreign coin production, or even on experimental planchets that were never meant for public release, and these anomalies alone are enough to cause coin values to skyrocket in the hands of collectors who specialize in error coins. But what makes the 1990 D-quarter even more fascinating is the wide range of additional minting mistakes reported by both professionals and amateur collectors, including examples of double dies, where design elements such as the letters in Liberty or In God We Trust appear duplicated and slightly offset due to a misalignment during the hubbing process, off-center strikes where the image is visibly shifted away from the center of the coin, resulting in missing or distorted features, die cracks that form raised lines across the coin's surface due to aging or broken dies, and dramatic clip planchets where a portion of the coin appears to have been cleanly bitten off in the minting process. And then there are the rarest of all, the transitional errors, where coins from 1990 have been discovered struck on older or newer metal compositions, suggesting a mix-up in planchet inventory at the mint, and all of these possibilities, especially when present in a single specimen, can elevate a quarter from face value to museum-quality artifact almost instantly, especially when authenticated by trusted grading services such as NGC or PCGS, and examples that have been discovered and verified often receive high mint state grades or special designations due to the uniqueness of the errors, further inflating their value and attracting elite-level interest at auctions. But the 1990 D-quarter has more than just isolated incidents of mistakes. It has an entire ecosystem of known and rumored anomalies, including rotated dies that cause one side of the coin to appear misaligned when flipped, brockage strikes where one side of the coin bears a mirrored image caused by another coin sticking to the die during production, die caps that create bubble-like distortions on the coin's surface, and lamination errors where the metal layers of the coin begin to peel or flake due to impurities or bonding issues, all of which have been documented in other coins but rarely have so many types been associated with a single year and mint mark, and this is why the 1990 D-quarter has achieved almost mythical status among collectors, with reports surfacing of individual coins fetching hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars when the right combination of rarity, condition, and error type are present, especially when the coin remains in near uncirculated condition, because while millions of these quarters were produced, only a minuscule number escaped the mint with significant flaws, and an even smaller number have survived in high grade after decades of circulation, making their value not just based on rarity but also on condition scarcity. And let's not forget the role of discovery stories in elevating a coin's legend, because several 1990 D quarters with significant errors have been discovered not by seasoned experts but by ordinary people going through their change, sparking viral news stories and igniting a firestorm of interest in the numismatic world, as more and more people began examining their 1990 D coins with magnifying glasses, jeweler's loupes, and microscopes, hoping to spot doubling, mistrikes, or foreign planchets. And this public frenzy has only increased demand and driven up prices on the open market, with top buyers and rare coin dealers constantly searching for new specimens to add to their collections, and when these coins appear in major auctions, especially those with a provenance or clear certification trail, they can command staggering amounts, sometimes into the multi-million-dollar range, particularly when the coin is considered a unique specimen. And while there may be skepticism around coins fetching prices like $29 million, in the world of rare collectibles where art, cars, and stamps often cross into the tens of millions, a one-of-a-kind coin with historical value, extreme rarity, and verified mint origin errors is not just plausible but expected to achieve such heights. And what's even more exciting is the very real possibility that more of these valuable quarters could still be out there, hiding in sock drawers, old piggy banks, coin rolls, or change machines, just waiting to be discovered by someone who takes the time to look closely. And that's what makes this story so compelling, not just the massive price tag, but the sense that anyone could be the next to strike gold, not in a mine, but in their very own home. And this has inspired thousands to become amateur coin hunters, poring over coins in hopes of finding the next error-ridden treasure. And what they're looking for when it comes to the 1990 D-quarter includes more than just the obvious visual flaws. They're also examining weight variations that suggest off-metal planchets, edge reading anomalies that indicate striking pressure issues, microscopic details in the serif and curvature of lettering that hint at hubbing inconsistencies, and even acoustic tests that detect differences in resonance when struck against hard surfaces, all of which can signal that a coin may be an ultra-rare specimen. And with technology today allowing anyone to capture high-resolution images and share them with experts online, the chances of identifying valuable errors have never been greater, and still the market for the 1990 D quarter continues to evolve, with new discoveries and theories emerging all the time, such as the possibility of unauthorized proof strikes that were never intended for circulation or coins struck during machine testing phases that escaped into public hands, theories that remain unconfirmed but plausible given the secrecy and complexity of mint operations. And every new piece of evidence adds to the legend, pushing this humble coin further into the spotlight and reinforcing the belief that among the billions of coins in circulation, a few carry the kind of stories, mistakes, and magic that make them worth more than most people will ever earn in a lifetime. And so the next time you receive a quarter in change, take a moment to flip it over, inspect the date, and look for that tiny D beneath the eagle's tail or next to George Washington's ponytail, because it might just be one of the rare 1990 D quarters that holds the potential to transform your life forever. And it's that dream, the dream of turning metal into millions, that continues to drive the incredible interest in this coin and ensures that it will remain one of the most sought-after and mysterious pieces in American numismatic history. And if you've enjoyed this unbelievable story of the 1990 D quarter dollar coin and its jaw-dropping estimated value of $29 million thanks to rare errors and minting mistakes, make sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel for even more amazing tales of hidden treasures, coin mysteries, and priceless collectibles, and hit the bell icon so you never miss your next chance to uncover the fortune that may already be hiding right in your own pocket.